Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Forbidden Land podcast. This is a special episode. A lot of new information has dropped that will be dated by the time the next episode comes out. And the next episode that comes out is supposed to be like a happy, fun time episode. So I'm recording this because of that. I hinted in the last episode that Trump was going to be making some kind of addressing. Sorry, my hair is really aggravating me. Trump was going to be addressing the nation. I kind of thought that it was going to be about war in Venezuela. Instead, it ended up just being like a 20-minute jerk-off session, so we'll watch that. But bigger news dropped. I said that the Epstein files are due to drop today. And obviously this isn't coming out today. But the Epstein files are due to drop today. And after like hours of people being like, the DOJ is corrupt, Trump has something to hide, the DOJ finally dropped something. Not all of the files, not redacted, not unredacted. Instead, heavily redacted photos of not a whole lot of incriminating stuff other than like some questionable Bill Clinton photos. There's some bad stuff in these files, but it's like stuff that we already, I shouldn't say it's not incriminating. It's just stuff that we already fucking knew. The House Oversight Committee released new photos, continuing the trend of just stuff that's like, we already knew all this, and it's just stuff that's, not that interesting, I guess. I can show you those first because these dropped yesterday. So it starts off with some kind of text message about a girl in Russia or something like that, and then there's the words to Lolita written on a woman. A little gross. Some kind of passport or some kind of identification for Jeffrey Epstein. More damning photos of Noam Chomsky, which is, I mean, whatever. Here's Bill Clinton, or it's not Bill Clinton, Bill Gates again. What the fuck, man? A pretty damn good photo of Jeffrey Epstein. Damn. What camera did they use for that? Yeah, I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's just photos of Epstein. Oh, Jesus. And then like couple more photos of Noam Chomsky, which is like, it's not great. I guess this is like the pedophile version of that, Situation Room photo when they killed Osama bin Laden. This is like the pedophile version of that. Holy crap. Do you see that? Stop trying to automatically balance the white balance, bro. Just make me orange. Shit. Make up your mind. Yeah, this is like the pedophile version of the Situation Room photo. This one's even worse. This one's like a 1-to-1. Oh my god. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Oh my god. This fucking photo, man. This is like the most famous photo of the Situation Room of all time. This photo right here. Look at that. Look at the fucking... No wonder this guy looked old as hell by the time he left office, man. No wonder. No wonder he aged like fucking 25 years in the matter of 8 years. Look at the stress. Look at the veins popping on this dude's head. Also, I'm fucking dressed like a mechanic today. But yeah, I mean, this is the bulk of the Oversight Committee's photos. Here's him with some women. I mean, no one's surprised. I'm glad that we have these photos, but no one's surprised by these. Give us the damning stuff, like the super serious, like bombshell stuff. Like, here's just more photos of Steve Bannon. Also, hold on, what a narcissist, bro. Bro's got a photo of himself on the desk. Jesus. Narcissist alert. Fuck. Yeah, more photos of Steve Bannon. You know, here's him meeting with more guys, you know, notable people, notable figures. But like I said, the oversight committee is losing a lot of steam in my eyes. Oh, this is kind of cool. A map of Epstein Island. It's marked like a fucking treasure map, dude. What is that? What does that say? Fish K? Oh, that's kind of cool. Anyway. This is the weirdest building. I guess this is from the inside. But it's, you know, the Epstein Island Mecca building. This is like one of the weirdest parts of the island. And I want to know what's in the temple. Here's some kind of like warehouse space, some interior areas of the island, I guess blueprints of the structural plans for the island, stuff like that. Overall, nothing super damning, or not damning, but nothing super like revealing, I guess. It's just shit we already knew. I want to see like the real shit, which will not be in the form of photos. I know they keep dropping more and more photos like yeah, we're going to, you know, look at these photos and you know, I don't know. Yeah, drop these photos. We're going to get something really revealing in them. I'm sure we will have some super like bombshell photos, but I want to see the records. I want to hear I want to hear the notes they jotted down. I want to see what they found, what crimes were committed. I want to see stuff like that. Now, the DOJ's Epstein files are very hard to parse through because it's weird. Like, it's taking my computer forever to generate the thumbnails for a lot of these PDF files. So it's really hard for me to see what's what. But like, it seems that data set number 3, they released it in data sets. Data set number 3 has a lot of, no, it's not number 3. Is it data set number 4? Yeah, data set number 4 is the one that seems to be getting talked about the most here. Is it? Fuck, which one was it? Is it data set number 4? Yes. Data set number 4 is seemingly the most talked about of all the data sets. Like, there's like records of CSAM, which is insane that they've obviously redacted, like understandably. But then there's some other stuff in here where it's like, here's the thing. One of the rules of the bill was that they had to release everything with only like common sense, approved by the House or something like that, approved by like some committee of like redactions they have to make. And then there's like stuff like this in the files. I mean, here, look at this. Just full black screen for the entire file. I mean, what's even the point of releasing this? What's the point? Don't even include this. There's some that are like missing. files where it'll jump from like number 11 to number 13. And people are very, understandably upset. Let me see if I can find some let me see if I can find some people talking about it. Oh my god. People posted the thing of Poe reading the Dragon Warrior scroll. Here's one guy posting about the thing I just showed you. Legitimately, dude, what the fuck is this? Yeah, this is pretty nuts. The Epstein grand jury documents just released are entirely redacted. Holy shit. People are posting. Okay, so this is the other weird note about the files is that they included a lot of photos of of Bill Clinton with girls, but like instead of releasing photos of Bill Clinton with girls, and that be that, almost all of the redacted photos have Bill Clinton, like where they've redacted everyone in the photos. Let's see. Those are in dataset 2, in case you're wondering. A lot of the photos of people like Epstein and Bill Clinton and all that, they are in dataset 2. So let's see what we got. God, it's so hard to scroll through these. I should have like picked some out. Oh, there's also like those infamous photos of Ghislaine Maxwell giving Epstein a foot massage with her boobs out, which is pretty crazy. There's another one where she's like sitting down in a bathrobe and just is showing full everything, and they've censored it obviously. It's her like sitting in like a Porsche. I gotta find these photos of Bill Clinton, man. God, dude, Ghislaine Maxwell is such a fucking weirdo. All the photos of her are just like weird as hell. She's having way too much fun on that island. Way too much fun. I mean, I'll show you one of the Bill Clinton photos from the tweet. Like, yeah, we know. I like how MAGA guys will post shit like this and be like, "Pedo," and it's like, yes. Yeah, probably. But so far, like, other than like photos of him with redacted women, he's one of the most exonerated people in this whole thing. Like, he's photographed with a lot of Epstein associates. He's photographed with Epstein a lot, but like like he doesn't have a whole lot connecting him to Epstein other than that. But yeah, if y'all have proof, if y'all have even more proof of Epstein's connection to Bill Clinton, keep it rolling, man. I want to see all of it. You could, if you told me Obama was connected to Epstein, okay, go ahead and show me the proof, and I'll believe it. Go for it. Oh no, Winnie the Pooh is in the Epstein files? Oh, fuck, man. Well, that sucks. Yeah, the thing that even got me to go and look at all these files entirely was the giant black screen for some of the files. Also, this is what I'm talking about when I say that they necessarily redacted a lot of photos. You might be thinking like, oh, it's because of the victim. It's because of the victims. Here's a photo of Bill Clinton and Michael Jackson. This photo has been redacted to all hell. However, curiously, this photo has already been public for years. Here's the original angle. So it does seem like a lot of the redacted girls next to grown men in a lot of the photos appear in just the Bill Clinton photos or just the Jeffrey Epstein photos. Nobody else. What is this? That's kind of freaky looking. Epstein's infamous blue dress Clinton painting was hung in a private office in Epstein's New York home. He had a surveillance room? Oh, that's crazy, man. I love that everyone keeps trying to say that Epstein leads to Clinton, not Trump. It leads to both of them, bro. They were friends. They were friends, bruh. They were literally friends. They need the unredacted files. People are not going to believe this shit. Here's another photo of Bill Clinton. Here you go. Him and Jeff Epstein. New York financier Jeff Epstein. Here's him in the bathtub. See, like, we have no idea if this is a real victim or not because they've redacted everybody. Yeah. They just need to go ahead and start punishing the DOJ on a congressional level for this. I think the reason why he pushed the entire House and Senate to vote for this unanimously is because he knew this was going to happen. He knew the DOJ wasn't going to comply. And he knows that they won't get enough support in the House or the Senate to punish or go after the DOJ for anything. Like, they won't get enough support. Especially because, like, Marjorie Taylor Greene's going away in, like, a couple weeks. They just don't have the votes to punish the DOJ, it seems. This is such a disaster for the Trump administration. A lot of his supporters do see through it, so ignore a lot of the noise that's like, look, guys, Bill Clinton's in all of these, you know. Trump did nothing wrong. Ignore a lot of those guys. A lot of Trump's supporters see what's going on. He wouldn't be ferociously withholding these files if there wasn't something damaging against him in them. There's no reason for him to. There just isn't. Yeah, Grand Jury New York, and it's like a billion fucking pages that are redacted. Here, let me find. What is this? It just looks like more photos of people. Probably photos of women. So you're telling me we can lightly redact photos of Jeffrey Epstein with women and victims and stuff like that, but we have to full page redact like grand jury files and stuff? Look at that, dude. This shit's ridiculous. Here. Scroll down to the bottom. There you go. It's 119 pages of nothing. That's insane. If we want to go download these, I mean, there's no reason to. Really, because you don't know how much they've manipulated these files. Like, let's be real. They're just completely. You can even tell by the case numbers on the files that there is a lot of stuff missing from these files. So, I mean, we literally have no idea what they've left out. These files are weird looking, man. So anyway, yeah, go look at them if you want. Why can't I find the fucking Bill Clinton photos? They were literally just in here. They're not in here. They're not in here, I don't think. Not in here. I forgot what folder they're in. I knew what folder they were in before. Yeah, go into the files yourself and look for all the Bill Clinton stuff. Because that's the weird stuff. That's the stuff where it's like, why is so much redacted with just Bill Clinton? You can kind of get a sense for the narrative they're trying to spin. They were going to do this regardless. Like, we all predicted that they were going to do something like this, where they were going to really hunker down on the Bill Clinton stuff. Dog, people know that Bill Clinton's involved. We know. The Democrats and the Republicans are both playing this game. You know, release all of it. I want to see everything. And a House Oversight Committee, quit teasing me. There is absolutely no way Trump wasn't involved in some way, shape, or form. There's no way. The Oversight Committee not having access to anything with Trump in it, but the DOJ having stuff with Trump in it, could spell a potential Trump administration one scrubbing all of the Epstein stuff clean of a Trump mention. So who knows? Anywho, all right, let's hear, speaking of the devil, let's hear Donald Trump address the nation. Let's go. Let me set up my headphones for the most optimal listening experience. Hopefully these ain't dead.
Good evening, America. 11 months ago, I inherited a mess, and I'm fixing it. When I took office, inflation was the worst in 48 years, and some would say in the history of our country, which caused prices to be higher than ever before, making life unaffordable for millions and millions of Americans.
Millions.
This happened during a Democrat administration, and it's when we first began hearing the word affordability. Our border was open, and because of this, our country was being invaded by an army of 25 million people, many who came from prisons and jails, mental institutions, and insane asylums. They were drug dealers, gang members, and even 11,888 murderers, more than 50% of whom killed more than one person.
Wow. It's really funny that he starts this off with the immigration stuff that he's been doing, because polls have been showing that like 80% of Americans are not on board with the Trump administration's policies surrounding immigration. So it's really bold of him to start with this. And you also can't believe like any of these fucking statistics that he throws out there. Especially when they're like detaining U.S. citizens and detaining birthright citizens and detaining people here legally on green cards or people here on visas. Like, it literally doesn't matter. If you look brown, they're gonna take you. So, way to start this off with the like most unpopular topic of your administration so far.
This is what the Biden administration allowed to happen to our country. And it can never be allowed to happen.
Just remember the Biden term started with a larger deportation rate than the Trump administration was doing, because the Democrats are just as awful on immigration. I wouldn't say just as, but they're up there. They're pretty bad. And I would say Trump has actually managed to probably top them with the Gestapo-style ICE raids that he's been doing.
Happen again. We had men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody, crime at record levels with law enforcement.
Transgender for everybody.
Such as that, just absolutely forbidden. We had the worst trade deals ever made, and our country was laughed at from all over the world. But they're not laughing anymore. Over the past 11 months, we have brought more positive change to Washington than any administration in American history. There's never been anything like...
Folks, people have never hated the federal government like they do now. Let me tell you. Really, Trump is the most based of us all because he has completely single-handedly ruined American hegemony across the world. I mean, we are not respected anymore. I mean, look, the American empire was built on the idea that we can do whatever we want because the world will just let us do it. And we have been destroying our image. Honestly, I would say it really started with, really, it started with the Iraq War and all that stuff. And probably even predates that. But, like, it really started getting the ball rolling when Biden unequivocally supported Israel. And I feel like Trump has just furthered that with the tariffs and the also unequivocal support of Israel and the trying to hand over Ukraine to Russia. I think Trump has single-handedly, and trying to war with Venezuela, I think he has managed to make the world hate America even more. So maybe he's secretly based. Who knows? Y'all based. That kind of deal. Who knows? Maybe he's doing the real work behind the scenes.
And I think most would agree. I was elected in a landslide, winning the popular vote and all 7 swing states.
He's just gonna brag.
And everything else, with a mandate to take on a sick and corrupt system that really just took the wealth from people and crushed the dreams of the American people. For the last 4 years, the United States was ruled by politicians who fought only for insiders, illegal aliens, career criminals, corporate lobbyists, prisoners, terrorists, and above all, foreign nations, which took advantage of us at levels never seen before. They flooded your cities and towns.
Yeah, I mean, it's not famously, politicians are not continuing to do insider trading and allowing corporate lobbyists to decide their policies. And, famously, all of that has gone away. We totally don't let foreign governments influence our decision-making, Israel. And, I mean, clearly everything has changed so much for the better during this administration.
With illegal aliens, they decimated your hard-earned savings. They indoctrinated your children with hate for America. They just released a level of violent felons that we had never seen to prey on innocent. They caused war. They caused mayhem. They caused a horrible situation all over the globe. But now you have a president who fights for the law-abiding, hardworking people of our country, the ones who make this nation run, who make this nation work. And after just 1 year, we have achieved more than anyone could have imagined. Starting on day one, I took immediate action to stop the invasion of our southern border. For the past 7 months, 0 illegal aliens have been allowed into our country, a feat which everyone said was absolutely impossible. Do you remember when Joe Biden said that he needed Congress to pass legislation to help close the border? He was always blaming Congress and everyone else. As it turned out, we didn't need legislation. We just needed a new president.
Folks, I've been abusing my power and violating the Constitution. That's what we needed, folks. We needed a president who is willing to violate the Constitution, to overstep the balance of powers. That's right, folks. That's right. That's all we needed. Trying to go through official channels. That's not necessary. Not when you control the entire federal government. Like, wow, good job, Mr. President. You know, you just bragged about doing dictatorship style policymaking. Cool. Also, the Democrats failing to do anything about immigration is because they were trying to capitulate to the Trump base. I mean, this is no secret that that Biden and the Democrats wanted to, try to play ball with Republicans in their classic liberal compromising way. And they decided, yeah, we're going to write up this horrible immigration bill. And, they're like, yeah, maybe the Republicans are right. We do need a wall. It's just the Dems trying to play the centrist moderate position as they always are. And we're still reaping the consequences of that type of messaging where the Republicans just take it and, kind of just run with it. They're like, yeah, look, the Dems failed to close the border and then they admitted we were right. But it's just so funny to hear the president be like, he thought he needed Congress. No, I said, watch me. I can just do whatever I want. I've noticed my Trump impression has gotten a lot more tired. And I think it reflects accurately Trump's entire mood and attitude, where he's just generally an exhausted looking person and sounding person. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it accurately reflects that, or I'm just tired.
We inherited the worst border anywhere in the world, and we quickly turned it into the strongest border in the history of our country. In other words, in a few short months, we went from worst to best.
We've been kidnapping so many people,
restoring
folks.
Safety to our most dangerous cities. Just take a look at Washington, D.C. It's at levels of safety that we've never seen before. And they decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartels. We did that all by ourselves with our people, and we're so proud of it because they were poisoning and destroying our population. Drugs brought in.
There's that, there it is. There's that Nazi line that they're poisoning our nation. That's that Stephen Miller classic right there. The whole they're poisoning our nation line. Ay, ay, ay. I hate that people don't pick up on that. And if they do, they don't care. Like, immigrants are poisoning the blood of our nation. Like, it's literally the classic Hitler line of Hitler being like, the Jews are poisoning the blood of our society. That's what Hitler used to say. And, like, all of Mein Kampf is basically that. How their genetics are poisoning our pure Aryan race and yada, yada, yada. And that's just what he's doing here. He's like, the immigrants are poisoning our people. I think Stephen Miller quite literally said poisoning the blood of our nation or some shit like that. It's just Nazi shit at this point.
By ocean,
they're not even trying to hide it.
Are now down 94%. We have broken the grip of sinister woke radicals in our schools, and control over those schools is back
woke
now
radicals in our schools.
Of our great and loving states,
oh Lord,
where education belongs.
Folks,
after rebuilding the United
we're
States
fucking
military
stupid
in my
now.
first term, and with the addition
That's right.
we're adding right now, we have the most powerful military
we're the
anywhere
dumbest
in the
nation
world,
on
and
earth.
It's not even close. I've restored.
God, remember when Kamala Harris said that shit during the DNC? We'll have the most lethal military fighting force in the world. Here's her opposition, Donald Trump, as the president of the United States, saying that exact same thing, pretty much, just slightly rephrased.
American strength, settled 8 wars in 10 months, destroyed the Iran nuclear threat, and ended the war in Gaza, bringing for the first
I like
time
how he
in
keeps
3,000
upping the
years
amount of wars
peace
he's
to the
ended,
Middle East and
even though he
secured the
hasn't.
release of the hostages, both living and dead. Here at home, we're bringing our economy back from the brink of ruin. The last administration and their allies in Congress looted.
Like, Gaza is still being bombed by Israel. The Ukraine invasion is still ongoing. And I mean, what? He illegally bombed Iran? And that's it? And now he's provoking a war with Venezuela. That's his major accomplishments of the administration? Like, okay. Yeah, you like bombed the one country that would maybe pressure Israel into lightening the load on its genocide in Gaza. Cool. You're still like supporting bombing Syria, still backing Israel while they bomb every neighboring country and commit a genocide. Like, you keep trying to hand half of Ukraine over to Russia on a silver platter. You are the war president. You're the warmonger president. You know, him and that fucking Nobel Peace Prize too. I didn't want to talk about it, but the FIFA prize that he won, oh my god. Oh brother. What a stupid moment. I can't believe people are okay with that shit. I know there are people that aren't, but I can't believe people allow that shit to go on.
Our treasury for trillions of dollars, driving up prices and everything at levels never seen before. I am bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast.
Wrong.
Let's look at the facts. Under the Biden administration, car prices rose 22% and in many states 30% or more. Gasoline rose 30 to 50%. Hotel rates rose 37%. Airfares rose 31%. Now, under our leadership, they are all coming down and coming down fast. Democrat politicians also sent the cost
gas
of
might be going down, but
we are solving that
everything
too.
else is
the price of
skyrocketing.
a Thanksgiving turkey was down 33% compared to the Biden last year. The price of eggs is down 82% since March, and everything else is falling rapidly. And it's not done yet, but boy, are we making progress. Nobody can believe what's going on.
I can't believe people voted for him because of egg costs. I still can't wrap my mind around that. There's no way I would eat eggs enough for that to matter to me over shit like the ICE raids, you know? I don't know. I still can't wrap my head around that. Whenever people are like, look at egg prices, bro. I don't give a fucking damn about the egg prices. I'll be so real. I don't give a fuck about the egg prices. I really don't. You know, I mean, do we eat eggs? Yeah. Were we affected by the egg prices going up? Of course. But like, I gotta stop eating eggs as much because they're too expensive. I don't care. Because everything else in the grocery store hadn't gone up that much compared to eggs. They'd gone up in price, but not nearly as high as eggs. And now it's flipped. Eggs are like kind of cheap now, but not as cheap as they were before. And everything else around the store is expensive out the ass, dude. Meat costs so much money. I used to be making steaks, bro. I started eating beef again. I can't make a steak anymore. It's like $13 for one steak. What the fuck? So I still can't believe people traded egg prices for like the price of literally everything and our humanity and our safety, you know.
Here are just some of the efforts that we have underway. You will
Was it
see
worth
in your
it?
wallets and bank accounts in the new year. After years of record-setting falling incomes, our policies are boosting take-home pay at a historic pace. Under Biden, Real wages plummeted by $3,000. Under Trump, the typical factory worker has seen a wage increase of $1,300. For construction workers, it's $1,800. For miners, we're bringing back clean, beautiful coal.
Miners, my favorite topic.
And for the first time in years, wages are rising much faster than inflation.
Yeah, don't believe your lying eyes. Believe my words.
Wages are going up much faster than inflation. How big is that? Very importantly, there are more people working today than at any time in American history.
Not
and
true.
100% of all jobs created since I took office have been in the private sector. Think of that. 100% of all jobs have been in the private sector rather than government, which is the only way to make a country powerful and great.
Oh, Lord.
This historic trend will continue. Already, I've secured a record-breaking $18 trillion of investment into the United States, which means jobs, wage increases, growth,
the unemployment rate has gone up.
Greater national security. Much of this success has been accomplished by tariffs. My favorite word, tariffs, which for many decades have been used successfully by other countries against us, but not anymore. Companies know that if they build in America, there are no tariffs, and that's why they're coming home to the USA in
famously
record numbers. They're building
tariffs have never negatively affected the U.S. economy.
AI, automobiles, we're doing what nobody
totally not like the Great Depression was caused by unnecessary tariffs.
1 year ago, our country was dead. We were absolutely dead. Our country was ready to fail. Totally failed. Now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. And that's said by every single leader that I've spoken to over the last 5 months. Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress.
Oh, my God, brother.
We wrapped 12...
You can only ride the big, beautiful bill for so long before people are like, all right, brother, nothing's going on. Like, nothing's changing.
Up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security.
I'll believe
for
that
our great seniors.
when I see
Under
it.
these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time. Because of tariffs, along with the just passed One Big Beautiful Bill, tonight I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000, think of this, 1,450,000.
What the fuck was that?
I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000, think.
Oh, he read it wrong. He read it off the teleprompter wrong. 1,450,000. Oh, Jesus.
Look at this. 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend before Christmas. A Warrior Dividend.
Warrior Dividend.
In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776.
This part had my ass cracking up because that is such a small amount of money. What are they going to use that on? Like, seriously, what are they going to put that in? Their savings account, I guess? I guess they'll need all the money they can get since they'll probably be homeless when they get out of Trump's military.
In our military's history,
Trump's economy.
What a difference a year makes. In addition, I'm doing what no politician of either party has ever done, standing up to the special interests to dramatically reduce the price of prescription drugs. I negotiated directly with the drug companies and foreign nations, which were taking advantage of our country for many decades, to slash prices.
It's funny since we were already making pretty good progress on that front.
400,
before he came along.
And even 600%. In other words, your drug costs will be plummeting downward. And I used the threat of tariffs to get foreign countries who would never have done it to pay the cost of this giant dollar reduction. They stopped ripping
Weird that the
us off,
Fed
and
has
it
to
began
negotiate that kind of
as of
thing.
4 days
Sounds a
ago.
little
There has never been anything like this in
not
the history
capitalist.
of our country. Drugs have only gone up, but now they'll be going down by numbers never conceived possible.
That is
It's
funny that his
called
supporters will
Most
never make that
Favored
connection.
Nation, and no president has ever had the courage or ability to get this done until now. The first of these unprecedented price reductions will be available starting in January through a new website, trumprx.gov. And these big price cuts will greatly reduce the cost of health care.
I really do hate that he slaps his name on everything. I really do.
Health insurance companies that
It's so
have gotten
tacky.
rich on billions of dollars of money that should go directly to the people. The money should go to the people. That's you. So they can buy their own health insurance, which will give far better benefits at much lower costs. It will be far better health insurance. The current Unaffordable Care Act was created to make insurance companies rich. It was bad health care at much too high a cost. And you see that now in the steep increase in premiums being demanded by the Democrats, and they are demanding those increases, and it's their fault. It is not the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault.
This man, one, never takes a breath. Holy fucking shit. But also, what an insane, switch up. The Democrats, they want your subsidies to go up. They really do. It's the Democrats' fault, not the Republicans. I mean, it's both parties' faults. But it's especially the Republicans' fault. Because here's an insane concept for you guys. Think about it. While it is the Democrats' fault that they weren't able, they were able to, but they didn't secure an ACA guarantee during the government shutdown, and they allowed the government to reopen. Well, that is the Democrats' fault to some extent. The government reopening without ACA, assurances. Who controls Congress? Who? Tell me who. Who controls Congress? I want you guys to tell me right now. Who, right now, tell me, what party is in control of Congress right now? The Republicans, right? And them flat out refusing, per Mike Johnson making that call, them flat out refusing to do ACA subsidy votes and pass it means it's their fault. So when the big fat moron comes on your TV and starts going on a rant about it being the Democrats' fault that we don't have ACA subsidies, just remember who controls the House and Senate and could extend those subsidies anytime they please. It's the Republicans. Thank you. I'm going to go insane. I really am. I'm going to go batshit insane. Holy fucking shit. He's driving me crazy. He's driving me nuts. I hate it when he does this shit. It's not, and I love that people see through it. It isn't, I know it seems a bit upsetting, but his supporters and his voters do actually see through this. The majority of Americans blame the Republicans for the shutdown and the lack of ACA subsidies. A lot of Republicans are on the Affordable Care Act. Believe it or not, the majority of Republicans, not the majority, but a large section of Republicans are poor. A large section of the impoverished people in this country are Republicans. And so they're probably on the Affordable Care Act because like they think that Obamacare and the ACA are something completely different. It's why the Republicans will usually try to stick to just calling it Obamacare, because if they call it the ACA, now you have a bunch of angry Republicans demanding answers. And a lot of these people have already noticed their premiums going up because these health insurance companies know that the ACA subsidies have not been extended and probably won't be. So this is the Republicans' fault. You can't blame the minority in every chamber of the government for something that the majority is either slacking on or, ruining.
It's the Unaffordable Care Act, and everybody knew it. Again,
It is funny that he flat out calls it the ACA.
So you can buy your own health care. You'll get much better health care at a much lower price. The only losers will be insurance companies that have gotten rich, and the Democrat Party, which is totally controlled by those same insurance companies. They will not be happy.
Marxist Trump.
But that's okay with me, because you, the people, are finally going to be getting great health care at a lower cost. Another major focus is the cost of energy. For years, the radical left Democrats exploited the green energy scam as an excuse to funnel many billions of dollars into
notably
their own massive
the Green New Deal, which was definitely enacted.
Restrictions drastically drove up prices, and they drove them up at record levels. Electricity costs surged 30 to 100% under Biden.
I think the
typical family lost $5,000 to $10,000 in higher energy costs. Think of that, $5,000 to $10,000 you lost.
On the
on day one, I declared a national energy emergency.
Broadcast
Gasoline
is
now under $2.50 a gallon in much of the country. In some states, it, by the way, just hit $1.90.
What state? Fucking middle of Arkansas or some shit. Here, it's like $2.80. Occasionally when I go to Alabama, it's like 20 cents cheaper. So it's still probably about $2.50 to $2.60 in Alabama. So I mean, I guess it's better than the $2.99 I was paying all the time under Biden, or like the $3.20. But it's still not great. I mean, God, remember 2020, man? Oh man. There was one time that I had enough Kroger rewards points to where gas at the time I think was like $1.20, and I was able to get gas for 20 cents a gallon. Like it literally only cost me God, I mean, not even $3. I think it might have cost me like $3 to fill up my car. It was so nice, man. God, let's just have another pandemic. Unfortunately for me, in that regard, we would be handling a pandemic a very different way if we had another one. Yeah.
9 cents a gallon. And within the next 12 months, we will have opened 1,600 new electrical generating plants, a record, and it's a record that won't be beaten by practically, I would say, by anybody, or certainly not very soon. Prices on electricity and everything else will fall dramatically. The Democrat inflation disaster, again, the worst in the history of our country, also robbed millions of Americans of home ownership and indeed the American dream.
I'm gonna cut it here because I'm gonna fall asleep. He's so fucking boring. Holy shit. I'm gonna make a prediction now. Quote me in a year. Quote me at the end of next year. Because everything he said there is bullshit. I'm saying that your electric bills will go up with the continuation of AI data centers. Your electric bills will continue to go up in general because they're probably going to loosen regulations on it, and they're going to just start farming you for money. Uh, Unemployment's going to skyrocket. Inflation's going to get worse. Inflation right now, as of September, was at the same rate that it was at before, like the month before Trump took office. So I think inflation's going to get worse. Unemployment rate's going to go up. Electric companies are going to continue to gouge you. Gas prices are then going to shoot back up, I think. I think home ownership is going to continue to drop. The homeless population will rise. ICE will overstep in some way where it causes a major uproar. And I think the Democrats will, unless they royally fuck it up, I think the Democrats will seize Congress. Like, I think they will overwhelmingly take the Senate and House. I don't want to get too optimistic. I'm not even optimistic about it because the Democrats are useless wet farts when it comes to doing anything. But I think the House at least will have a pretty big majority. And by big, I mean like a 55% majority at most. I don't think it'll go anything beyond that. I think if they do take the Senate, it'll be like how it was during the Biden administration. I think it'll be like a 51-49 split or some dumb shit like that. That's my prediction. I think all the stuff Trump is saying in that speech will be I could take these off now. I think it will be officially like disproven by the fact that people will feel how broke they are. They'll feel how dysfunctional the government is. I think this coming year is the year that people will start to really see just how much the federal government has unraveled, and how disorganized and dysfunctional the government has become. And yeah. So those are my predictions. Here, I'm going to show a TikTok. I'll show a little TikTok. Because this guy's pretty funny. And I need you guys to live this way.
Some people don't even give their
I need people to live this way.
Some people don't even.
Because I mentioned AI data centers made me think about this. If I hear another motherfucker come up to me and say, well, I just AI'd it, and it said, I had a guy today say to me, well, here, let me just put it through ChatGPT. While I was standing there actively giving him advice. I was at work. I can't really go into too many specifics, but it was about a subject I knew a decent amount about. He's asking me about something, and I'm like, oh, just do this. If you see this, then do that. And I'm going through all the motions, and he takes a picture and goes, I'm going to ChatGPT it. I was like, what? I just told you what to do. He was like, yeah, but what if you're wrong? I was like, well, then get the fuck out. I guess, I don't know. I'm not. It was like in a subject where if I gave him the wrong information, some bad shit could happen. I was like, I have extensively researched this topic. I'm not wrong. He was like, well, I'm just going to ChatGPT it. I was like, okay, you go for that. Bye. Like, what the fuck? I'm going to lose my mind the more people do that. It's like when people back then would be like, let me Google that. You got to Google that? Are you fucking serious? You have to Google that? Like, it'd be like basic common sense shit. You've got to Google if like fire is hot. Is it okay? Hey Google, is it okay for me to touch the hot stove? Hey, hey ChatGPT, can I stick my head in a wood saw? Come on, are we serious?
Give their brain a chance to figure shit
Here you
out.
go.
You're not even giving it a fair shake. I saw a video today, someone was like, hey, I'm cold starting my 05 fucking whatever, right? Top search comment was, what's a cold start? Stop! Pause! Think! You didn't figure out in the first tenth of a second. That's okay. Wait! What's cold in a car that they might be starting? The radio! Fuck! The engine! How do you think the car go? Oh, I'm cold. They stuck the key in the ignition. Context clues! Context! Look around! What's going on? They have a key. They're sticking it in an ignition! And the title of the video says cold starting my 05. Fuck! We're doomed!
You should go check that guy out, Anthony Cause. He's so right, man. When I was growing up, right before they like fully implemented it, before Common Core was implemented in Georgia, we used to just straight up learn math the normal way, where like we learned mental math, and we learned all these different ways to problem solve. And then they introduced Common Core, and they were like, no, you need to write it out the exact way the book says. And you need to write it all out. I need to know how you did it. Proof. I need proof. That was like the whole goal behind George W. Bush's No Child Left Behind policy, was to intentionally make you dumber. So you would be the type of person this guy's talking about, where you can't think for yourself, where you just have like zero context clue, figuring out ability. You just can't investigate anything on your own. You have to like immediately look it up. You can't even like attempt to think about it for a second. You have to go look it up immediately. So anyway, that's what I'm leaving you with. Next episode will be Happy Fun Time. Super cool stuff. This is the last Christmas themed episode. It's the last time I'm going to have the little red and green thingy on my camera, and the last time I'm going to be wearing the Santa hat for the year. So a return to being bald in the next episode, I guess. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to shave my beard or something. Look at how crazy this has gotten. And it's like all neck too. Like, it's not all neck, but the hairs on the front are too thin for you to see. Like, there is hair right here. It's just too thin for you to see it on camera. Like, my mustache barely connects to my beard, and my beard like doesn't want to grow on my face at all. Like, and it grows super uneven. Like, look at the left side. Look at the right. Like, it's subtle, but the right grows way more facial hair than the left. And then I have this big like bald spot, like right there on the bottom of my chin. I can thank my dad for that one. Thanks, Dad, for the like worst beard genetics on earth. It looks like his. When he grew out that crazy ass like long beard that he had during the pandemic, I noticed it like winged out on the bottom, like this, and that's what mine's doing. Like these two parts, like those are growing out before everything else. See? Look at that. I'm pulling the middle. And the sides are still sticking out longer than that. It's ridiculous. So I might shave it off. We'll see how I feel after Christmas. All right. That's it. If you want to support this podcast, go to patreon.com/forbiddenlandpod. Support, or, you know, do it because you want some bonus content, I guess. And yeah, if you want to check us out on other platforms, if you want the audio only version of these episodes, we're on, you know, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music. If you wanted to do it on YouTube Music for some reason, we're on your Samsung fridge. And probably whatever refrigerator has Amazon Echo built into it. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Happy holidays, folks. And yeah, see you in the next episode, which will be the last one of the year, I believe. So, cool. All right. Peace.